Hello, I'm Norman Goffin, one of Dean's older brothers, and it's a great pleasure for me to introduce this recording of Dean's music by the Camberwell Citadel Band. From a very early age, Dean displayed a keen ear for music. This was no doubt influenced by our father, Henry, but it wasn't until his mid-teens that Dean's talent really came to the fore. I recall him telling me that, as a 16-year-old, while listening to a Beethoven symphony at home, he was completely overcome by the power of the music. From that time on, for a number of years at least, composing and arranging became the consuming passion of his life, his first published compositions appearing within a couple of years. As with many young men of the day, Dean spent 6 years on wartime military service. He distinguished himself both as a military band trainer and conductor, and as a leader of his men on the battlefield. It was during this military service in the Middle East that Dean composed Rhapsody in Brass, which is still considered to be one of the most challenging pieces for contesting brass bands, and his regimental march, Bell Hammered, which, with some modifications, was later to become the Salvation Army March, Anthem of the Free. The decade immediately following the war was a prolific period for Dean's composing, with some of his classic devotional pieces being written during that time. I refer to The Light of the World, The Shadow of the Cross, The Road to Emmaus, and The Challenge of the Cross, each of which reflect the intensity of his religious conviction. The celebrated painting by Holman Hunt, depicting Jesus in the act of knocking at a fast-closed door, was the inspiration for The Light of the World. In The Road to Emmaus, another wonderfully descriptive piece, one can feel the rhythm of the disciples walking along the road. Symphony of Thanksgiving, the title piece of this recording, full of exaltation and featuring the hymn by John Goss, Praise, My Soul, the King of Heaven, was also written during this period. Originally written in 1949 as thanksgiving for a special occasion for his own Wellington South Band, it was adapted by Dean and renamed Symphony of Thanksgiving for the International Staff Band to use during its Diamond Jubilee celebrations in 1951. My brother's passion for music was matched and then surpassed in later years by his zeal for preaching the gospel and pastoring his various congregations. His calling saw him give 31 years unstinting service as a Salvation Army officer, culminating in 3 years as leader of the Salvation Army in New Zealand. A unique and proud achievement was the knighthood bestowed on Dean in the 1983 Queen's Birthday Honours List. Whether it be his moving devotional music, his rhythmic marches, or his demanding symphonic variations, I trust that you, with me, will enjoy listening to the inspiring music of Dean Goffin.